This is not a drill, man. This is not a drill. We got to get into this right now. We have a potential leak right here, man. And I know that the leaks have been going absolutely nuts the last week. And this always happens around the San Diego Comic-Con time, leading up to the end of July, before the event itself. There will be a lot of these leaks, but today we have an epic leak that we have to get into and discuss, because I need you to help me try to solve this mystery and let me know your best guess down in the comment section below. So we have this image here, and I don't remember who posted this. I don't know who found this image or what, but you can see here, it looks like we have an Ultimate Edition Finn Balor sash posted up right here. If you zoom in on the little watermark, it says Doc Jimenez Toys. I don't know if that's a specific website. I don't really know. However, we do have some context clues to kind of help us solve this mystery, but I want to know what your opinion is down in the comment section below on this. But this could be potentially huge. If you guys remember last year, or I think it was last year around this time, or maybe shortly before around this time, maybe it was March or April of 2025, we talked about some leaked listings that were kind of halfway true, right? We saw an Ultimate Edition AJ Styles, we saw an Ultimate Edition Finn Balor, and we were all thinking that, oh, these are going to be greatest hits re-releases of their potential Ultimate Edition figures, you know, and they're going to get re-released. Then we go to Comic-Con and we actually see greatest hits Ultimate Editions on display. There were some of my favorite reveals, right? We got to see The Undertaker with the shirtless singlet. Remember, it had the tattoos and everything. Very sought-after figure in 2026. You also had the greatest hits Ultimate Edition AJ Styles figure that was also huge, had the mask, was very big, and it kind of confirmed that leaked listing that we saw before Comic-Con. And the only thing that was bummy about that was that there was no Ultimate Edition Finn Balor, and we had even gone on record and asked Mattel, you know, about an updated Finn Balor, about an Ultimate Edition Demon Finn Balor, and they pretty much told us that, you know, they kind of said, well, what do you want? Do you want, you know, newly tooled things like the Winged Eagle or these other things, or would you like to see a big repaint, big figure, big high deco cost Finn Balor Demon Ultimate update? And, you know, it seemed like a lot of people really want to see an Ultimate Update Finn Balor. I even made a custom, sort of thrown together, updated Ultimate Finn Balor based off WrestleMania 39 where he took on Edge. I made a whole custom graphic about that, and it did super well on social media. I mean, it had thousands upon thousands of likes and views, and people were really interested in seeing that. So, is this confirmation of us getting that Finn Balor? This is very interesting, man. If you compare it, it is the sash that came with the Ultimate Finn Balor. Now, if they were to just take that Ultimate Edition Series 3 Finn and re-release it, I'd be okay with that. I'd like to see a new paint, but just giving an Ultimate Demon Finn Balor the Ultimate Edition Finn torso from his Judgment Day look, that would be enough for me, man. I think I'd be okay with that. Pinless, you know, all the new added articulation, you'd have the new torso. I think that'd be fine with me. I don't think I'd be upset about this, but you may just look at this and be like, oh, this is just a random sash, but there are other context clues that kind of lean into this, and I want to go through it. So they also have this listed up. This is going to be a 2-pack right here, or some clothing, and if you pay attention, these clothes are featured on the upcoming Comic-Con Ultimate Edition exclusive from Mattel and WWE of the Cyndi Lauper 3-pack. If you guys remember, we revealed it the other day. We had the Roddy Piper, you have the Captain Lou figure, and you had the Cyndi Lauper first time in the line. Well, they already have her accessories up there as well on this website, and that would kind of lean into, okay, we don't even have this figure in hand. And it doesn't really end there. So next to the Cyndi Lauper accessories, they also have this black hoodie. And I was running my thoughts trying to figure out, okay, who could this black hoodie belong to? Could it just be random one-off? And my mind immediately went to the Elite 127 Sami Zayn. I think this is the Elite 127 Sami Zayn hoodie, and if I'm wrong, you can let me know, but I'm going to put them side by side so you can kind of rummage through the images, but I think this is Elite Series 127 Sami Zayn's hoodie, and this would go hand in hand with the kind of timeline release. I imagine Elite 127 should be releasing any week now, you know, approaching Comic-Con. We should have those in hand before Comic-Con gets here, and the Cyndi Lauper should also be shipping out around that time. You know, they should do a pre-order window on Mattel Creations, and we'll get that figure in hand right around the same time. So the timelines kind of match up here between this Elite Sami Zayn hoodie, the Cyndi Lauper clothing, and then we also had this sleeveless tank top. Now, My mind kind of was going crazy with this one. There was a few different ones that it could be. Elite 127, JC Mateo was the first thing that came to mind. That shirt may be bigger than this shirt, but I also thought Elite 126 Javon Evans. It may not be either of those figures, which is completely fine. But one thing that also stood out to me was if you go to the Finn Balor sash like we were just talking about, on the bottom, it does say new UT down there in parentheses. I don't know what that means. Does that mean new ultimate? Is that what that's meaning? I have no idea. That's what's interesting to me. But also, if you look at some of the other accessories that are down there, I don't know what those are. You know, you have the Sami Zayn hoodie. There's that sleeveless black tank top. You have a black jacket. There's another black jacket that kind of looks like Shinsuke Nakamura's elite jacket. And then you have the Cyndi Lauper. And then you have that little white shirt. I can't tell if that's the Roddy Piper shirt from the Comic-Con exclusive 3-pack. It kind of looks like it. I don't know. I have no idea. This could just be old accessories, but that Finn Balor figure is very, very old. It's not like it came out last year, right? So, I don't know. That figure's from what, 2019, 2020? I can't remember off the top of the dome. I'll have to plug that in somewhere, but I don't know, man. Are we getting a new Ultimate Edition Finn Balor? That would be, God, that would just be amazing. The only thing that stinks is, okay, we get an Ultimate Edition Finn Balor. It looks like it's going to be the exact same demon paint. If they're going to redo Finn Balor, I would rather it just be his updated look from WrestleMania 42. I think that would be a better figure, and I think it would be a little bit more updated. The only problem with that is it's kind of specific, if that makes sense. It's a moment in time. It would have to have the Dominic Mysterio graphic on his back and stuff, which isn't the biggest deal. It's just, it really... You wouldn't be able to use it in a whole lot of different contexts. You could, it would be a little different because it'd have Dominic Mysterio's silhouette kind of painted on the back, or his caricature painted on the back there. But I don't know, man. Let me know what you think about this. We also had a leaked greatest hits lineup that I want to get into, and man, I don't know, man. The greatest hits, man. The greatest hits line has had some of the most insane history between greatness and bad, and just overall just not the greatest. But the greatest hits, yeah, I don't know about that, Brad. Anyways, let's get into this, man. Apparently, the greatest hits set, this next greatest hits set, has been leaked out there, and the first figure in this set is going to be Hulk Hogan. So that doesn't really shock anybody and everything like that. I've heard that also this Hulk Hogan is going to be the Royal Rumble Elite, where it comes with the bed sheet, the Hulkamania lives forever, or whatever the case was. I believe it's going to be the Royal Rumble Elite Hulk Hogan being in this greatest hits set, and I think that will be one that people are searching after. I know that this one was at retail for a while. It was the Royal Rumble. I think that was the Great Khali Build-A-Figure set, and that one's a pretty good Hulk Hogan. I think a lot of people are going to be excited about that one. And if you are looking for that Hulk Hogan, this is coming in the next greatest hits set, apparently. The next one is going to be Bronson Reed being a part of the greatest hits. Now, this greatest hits wave is not going to be one that takes older figures. I mean, it is, but it isn't, because, it's putting top talents back out there. The Reed is thought to be his first Elite, but this could easily be the Elite 108. So it'll either be the Bam Bam Bigelow attire, or it'll be the green attire, which it would probably make sense if it was the green attire, but the Bam Bam Bigelow attire would be a great re-release because it is such a great figure. But both of his figures are really good. Bronson Reed has some of the best figures on the main roster. So Bronson Reed apparently a part of this next greatest hits set. The next figure is going to be John Cena. Another John Cena. Now, we did recently see with the most recent greatest hits John Cena, it was a repaint, or not a repaint, but a re-release of the Elite Series 127 John Cena. And so they didn't change the deco or anything, which would have been great, and such a great opportunity to get some of these retirement tour or farewell tour attires out, because if you're getting so many Cenas, if you'll just change the deco and stuff like that, change the shirt, I know it's supposed to be a new figure or what have you, I understand that. They can't always do those things, but man, it would have been great because you could have knocked out two birds with one stone. You're getting re-releases of these Cenas, just change some deco and some logos and some colors, and you could get another one of those Cena gears out. But if we're getting another John Cena, we did just recently see the other day, if you guys missed our leaked video, where we talked about how the Yankees gear is apparently getting released, and there was a shirt that was leaked out there. So if we're getting that shirt for John Cena, this would make me think that maybe we're getting that in the greatest hits line. But if this isn't I don't know, it's just tough to say right now, is if this this John Cena is going to be a new gear, like the Yankees gear, like the shirt that got leaked out there, or is this going to be a re-release of a mainline Cena or a Cena we've seen previously? Now, I don't know. Maybe that means another mainline Cena is coming, and then the greatest hits will be that New York Yankees gear. I don't know, but we'll have to, of course, play that by ear. And the last figure in this greatest hits set is going to be The Rock. So The Rock finally getting another figure. You know, it's kind of been up and down with his, you know, supposedly this was going to be the year of The Rock. And then we got a few different releases of The Rock, or we got some stuff announced that's going to be coming for The Rock to celebrate him. You know, it was apparent that he was going to be the next John Cena for this year, where they put out a bunch of Rock Elites and figures. And so far, we've only gotten 3 in comparison to John Cena's 12 or whatever he got last year in terms of... Actually, I think John Cena ended up with like 15 or 16, which is kind of insane. But that is all of the greatest hits set right there, man. So you have Hulk Hogan, Bronson Reed, The Rock, and John Cena for this next greatest hits set, which I don't know how it sounds. You can let me know what you think of that on paper. Royal Rumble Elite Hulk Hogan with the bed sheet with the, you know, with the airbrushed design on it. You have Bronson Reed, which could be Elite 98, it could be Elite 108. Hell, I guess it could be the Elite 127 if all things are considered. I mean, we know that John Cena's Elite 127 got re-released, so it wouldn't shock me if Bronson Reed's most recent figure gets re-released in the greatest hits set. And then the Rock figure, which we don't know exactly what that's going to entail either, so we just have to kind of play that by ear. But yeah, man, so there's a lot going on here, man. Lots of leaks, lots of things going on. If you guys have missed any of the news videos, the leaks, any of that in the last few days, you definitely need to go check that out. You can get caught up on all the different WWE action figure leaks that have been happening over the last week or so. It's been a lot, and I expect to see some more. I expect to see more just because around Comic-Con time, this always happens. But what's intriguing about this is, as we know, back in WWE World, there were no render images. So there are still going to be a ton of things revealed, things that we have not seen, things that we have not heard about on display at Comic-Con, revealed at Comic-Con. There's going to be even more renders at the panel that they do every single year. So there's going to be a lot, man. There's going to be an absolute ton here in a month that we're going to get to see, and that should be very exciting. But let me know what you think, man. Ultimate Edition Finn Balor coming. We'll have to see. What do you think of these different accessories? Do you think it's just kind of a random one-off? Do you want to see a re-release of the Ultimate Finn? And then what do you think of this Greatest Hits set? I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I mean, the Greatest Hits set has seen some highs, but here in the last few years, kind of like the From the Vault set, it just doesn't hit like it used to. It just, it's almost like it's not living up to what it was supposed to be, and they're kind of changing the rules as they apply, kind of, is what it seems like. But I want to hear from you down in the comment section below what you guys think of all these things. Let me know, man, but I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed one, and I will catch you guys later.